Hello, we are back. Here I have a Mercedes with a soft top which appears to be going through a mould transformation. I've got my hands on Auto Glym's Convertible Soft Top Cleaner and Protect kit. So I'm going to clean the roof of this Mercedes with minimal amounts of water and low pressure washer, using the rules provided on the packaging to see how effective this product is at removing all this mould, dirt and grime. So stay tuned. So here it is, Auto Glym's Convertible Soft Top Clean and Protect kit, which comes to a combined value of about £26. So let's take a look. There's an average amount of dirt and grime on the hood, but the main issue was the mould, which scatters across the hood and seems to be wedged in between the seams and the guttering all the way around the hood. As you can see, there's quite a big build-up in there. On the top, there seems to be a lot of scabbing of this mould. It comes off if you scratched your nail across it, but I don't really want to do that, but it gives you an impression of how dug in this mould is. So let's give it a go. So first of all, I'm just going to give a quick brush across the top with a soft bristle brush. Now the reason I'm doing this is there's a few bits of hair on here, there's a few bits of berries that have been encrusted, maybe even some bird poop, so I just want to make sure I can break that up to give the product the best chance we can later on. Next, I brought my hoover with me, so I'm going to give this an additional hoover just to get rid of some more of the hair and some of the leaf fragments on top of the roof. Hopefully they won't get in the way later, but it's good to get rid of them as early as possible. It's good to get rid of this stuff early as possible. It doesn't take too long. I know most people don't drag their hoover outside to clean their car, but just a brush should help. So now we've finished with the prep work, what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak the hood with just enough water and not enough power to damage the hood. So I'm not going to blast this with a high power pressure washer because that will damage the fabric on the roof. I'm just going to lightly spray a decent amount of water to get it all soaked and try and spray off as much of the dirt, also through the seam as well. See if I can start agitating some of that mould and dirt off. So now the instructions say use half the 500ml bottle of soft top cleaner and spray it across the hood. It doesn't really say how to spray it, it just says spray pretty much liberally everywhere. I'm going to focus a lot of this on the green patches I have throughout the hood. So on top of this hood there isn't just mould and some of that plant residue, there seems to be big green patches of whatever that is. I'm putting it down as mould. I'm going to use the word mould, maybe I can correct myself afterwards, but there seems to be what seems to be staining, I hope not staining, on the top. But this car isn't that old, so I can't see how just small parts of the hood has been stained, but we'll see what this product can do. So now here is the foam sponge the kit comes with. It has that feel that makes your skin shudder when you rub your fingers across it. So as you can see here, as I clean the hood, it doesn't really lather up as much as I want to. Like, it's nice to get a nice frothy substance that comes underneath the sponge. It helps protect the impact between the sponge and the hood, but here it just seems to be quite minimal. I left the product on for a long time. I think I left it on for about 10 minutes after I've used the sponge, so make sure it all seeps in to give it the best possible cleaning potential. I also brought my brush with me as well to try and scoop in and get out all that difficult to get mould and residue that's in the guttering along the windowsill. So here, any sort of overspray which landed on the car, I removed with a microfiber towel. I am going to clean this entire car afterwards, so this is just precaution. So now I'm going to use the water again to spray the product off. There still to be plenty of bubbles left on this car, so I spun the sponge over and I gave it another clean, re-agitating the soaps again, the suds again, just to give it that extra special chance, and just in case I missed any spaces, I thought it would be best to give it another go. Right, now once I soaked the car with water again, I got a squeegee with me. I thought this would be the best way of removing as much water and dirt as possible without blowing it onto another part of the car. I just squeeged all the water off into the guttering to help the hood dry better. I want to get as much water off. Taking more water off now means there's less dirt that's sat on the hood. So now I've got it as dry as possible. There still is a little bit of the residue left over. But what I did here was, once I gave it another quick dry, I applied the protector, the protecting spray. Now I used about 250 millilitres, which is about half the bottle of the spray, the protector kit, on the car, which I left to dry. Now as it's dry, we can actually have a close look and see what we have left on the car. As you see, it's a little bit wet, it's still a little bit soapy, but we can give an idea of how much dirt this product has got rid of. Now on the offset it doesn't look too bad, does it? But the closer you get, you realise there's still quite a lot of that mouldy crustation and that green hue sat on the car. Now I thought this product must do a much better job at getting rid of this, but it still seems to be almost, I reckon it got about 40% of it off. It may have got rid of some of the dirt and the grime, but some of the more visual dirt and some of those stains which you can see in the video, that green tint, I'm pretty sure that product, that should have taken that off. It's a bit disappointing considering most fabric hoods which aren't left in garages, well, even some of them will have mould on them. It's just one of those things, when you get damp on cars, it will generate, you know, all sorts of funguses and plant life growing on it. So I mean, most soaps, most cleaners for soft tops should be able to protect and remove some of that stuff, but it looks like this hasn't, which is disappointing because Auto Glym does make really good products. I can only give it about 6 out of 10 for this. Although it did get rid of the dirt, it still left the major dirt on the car. And I mean, unless you're going to keep your car in the garage, this should do a lot better. So I'm kind of disappointed. Well, if you like this video, like and subscribe. This was just a short one I filmed on my phone at the last minute, just to give this product a good, just in case I thought about buying it. And I think after this, I'm not interested in buying this, but I'm still going to experiment with other cleaners and soft top protectors. I will come back to this car in a few weeks and see if that protector has done any good, but for now, take care of yourself.